The second toast of the evening is a toast to the association, and this will be given by Bevan Purnell, who I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, know. Bevan went to the college in the years 39 to 45. He has been on the committee once, but his main activities with the old boys have not been through the association itself, but as a youth leader, particularly in the form of president of the YCW, both in Rosalie and in Brisbane. I think he is a man very able to propose such a toast, and I feel very privileged to be able to introduce him. Mr. Bevan Purnell.
Mr. Chairman, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Brothers, fellow members, I am very pleased to be able to introduce this toast to the association, and I do feel that if we're going to make it a meaningful toast, then there are three questions we should be able to answer. We should be able to say why we need our association. We should be able to say what it is doing for us and what we hope that it will do for us in the future. The early speakers have made one point very clear. All of us owe a debt of gratitude to the school at Rosalie and to the brothers who give it life. We owe that debt of gratitude because of the ideals that they put before us when we were at school, for the Christian education that they gave us, and for the friendships that we were able to form there. Now, we can partially discharge this debt of gratitude as individuals. As Brother said, first and foremost, we can make an attempt to live up to the ideals that were put before us at Rosalie. We can, wherever we are, take an interest in and support Christian education, and we can at least foster some of the friendships we formed at school. But the fact remains, as individuals, what we can do is limited. To fully discharge our debt of obligation to the school and to the brothers, we do need an association such as our Old Boys Association. We need it so that we can meet together and pray together and help to recall the ideals that were put before us. We need it so that we can see and hear the progress that the school is making, and so keep our interest in Christian education alive. And we need special functions where we can meet our old schoolmates, because this is very much a rushed and busy life where in many cases we don't have the time to meet our old school friends as often as we would wish. So these are the things that I think make obvious the need for our association. And we can, perhaps all of us know quite well what our association is doing for us. At our annual Mass, at our annual retreat, we do have a chance to gather as a group to renew our spiritual ideals. At our meetings and our smokos, we can talk over the fun we had at school, the things we learned there. We can recall the example that the brothers gave us, and we can not only renew the friendships we made at school, but we can make new ones, and we can increase the bond of unity that does exist and should exist between all old boys of Rosalie. Well, finally, And I think this, in saying this, I think I should add my words of praise to the committee, because they do a very fine job, and I think we do appreciate the competent way in which they organise these functions that do give life to our association. And if we come to think of what the association could do for us in the future, well, obviously this very much depends on how well we back the committee we elect, what we expect it to do and what support we give it in doing its job. But in this, I would like to make one suggestion, that perhaps in the future our association could take an even greater interest in the cause of Christian education. Education on all fields is growing in importance every day. We're hearing more about it. Australia is spending more of its national income on education than ever before. And certainly, as taxpayers, as citizens, and eventually for most of us as parents, we are going to be involved in discussions about education. And we should be well informed on this subject. We do need the opportunity to discuss amongst ourselves the place of Catholic education in our overall education system. We all believe that our Catholic schools produce citizens who are good citizens, who are able to cooperate with their fellow citizens in furthering the interests of Australia. And I think that our association, in conjunction with similar associations, is in a very good position to put forward this ideal and this idea amongst our fellow citizens in the community. That our Catholic education is not just for Catholics alone, it is good for Australia as a whole. And as an association, we can do this. We can defend our schools from any attacks that are made on them. This is only a suggestion that I make on my own behalf, but I hope you will think about it. Well, finally, I would like once again to congratulate the committee and to urge each and every one of you as members to back the committee to the hilt. Obviously, we do need our association. We can all be proud of what it is doing for us, and we can all be confident that it will continue to serve us in the future. So I would ask you to toast our association. Our association.